Stop. Have you forgotten anything? Well, you have if you haven't checked out our semi-annual lingerie sale. Our entire collection of intimate apparel is on sale now. You'll find name brands like Playtex, Hanes Her Way, Just My Size, Fruit of the Loom, and many more. We're committed to offering you intimate
Let's mix and match some colors there. Ooh.
Lunch and plate.
Providing for their families, supporting their communities. Their work keeps an American craft, an American tradition, an American dream alive and thriving.
To see that, Longaberger is something that's good for our family.
Our company has provided and continues to provide opportunity for tens of thousands of other hardworking Americans, home consultants, and our basket makers.
It's an American company. It's a product that's made by men and women here in the United States.
Dave had even grander plans, but then, in 1999, he died from cancer at the age of 64. Next,
where this is going to end up. I mean, this is volatility we haven't seen, of course, since way before you and I were born, even before our grandparents, 1929.
We haven't seen anything like this probably since the Great Depression, I think it's fair to say.
Also tonight, a local American treasure has gone out of business, shutting down after decades of making handmade baskets. Longaberger Company, the name known across Central Ohio, has apparently ceased operations.
At one point in time, there were so many employees. Employees were in the hallways. We had desks and chairs in the hallways. There were that many employees here. We overflew. This is the east entrance. This is the entrance that I came into as an employee and parked in the east parking lot. And when you come to this section, you'll see that we, not only the main stairwell, but the back stairwell that goes up all 7 floors.
Hi, my name is Anita Rector, and I started working for Dave Longaberger in 1968. So I started pre-baskets. I started at this little dairy bar in Dresden, and then he purchased the Dresden IGA. I worked for him there, and that's when he started noticing that baskets were kind of the thing when he was shopping around and looking what a different product and everything, what was on trend. And when he saw that his baskets, his dad's baskets, JW's, looked better, he decided that he would ask him to make some baskets, put them on the shelf at the IGA where I worked, and we started selling them there. That was the first place. The baskets picked up, he started putting them in shops around Ohio, and a shop up in Michigan, and it grew. And in 1980, he asked me if I would come move over from the IGA and work for him at the baskets. And so my career started there. Of course, we were just starting a sales department and an administration office and everything. So my role was a little bit of everything through the years. I've done everything with the exception of I've never been a basket maker or worked in the manufacturing end, but I was very much a part of selling the baskets and promoting the basket.
Building A was where they made the baskets. Always impressed and humbled to go up on the second floor and look down at the weaving floor. They were maniacs. They were just, you would watch them move so fast, and it just sounded like being in Santa's workshop because you hear tick, 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 tick. It was amazing, and it smelled so good. If you love the smell of wood, that was the place to be.
The bottom is checked by a quality assurance expert who then initials the bottom, indicating it meets Longaberger's standards. In the weaving...
Hi. Okay, I am Dianna Smith. I became a consultant in 1989. In '87, I hosted a show, and after hosting 6 shows in 3 years, I decided I needed a means to support my habit. Yes, it's very nostalgic to be here. I brought tours to this company. I worked with Dave in the Retail Incentive Program, and we came here and visited, and the last time I saw Dave Longaberger, he was standing at the top of the staircase at Christmas time next to the big Christmas tree. So yeah, it's very nostalgic to be here.
Hi, my name's Brian Wenger. I was in the purchasing department for about 7 years. We all knew that the business was slowing down, so there was kind of a feel that something was going on. Being back here is very sad to see the building in disarray. It was always very, very pretty.
My name's Schneider, and I was a former Longaberger consultant for the company from Annapolis, Maryland. I was involved with Longaberger for 9 years. I signed when I was 18 because that's when you could sign as a consultant. I started collecting when I was in the 4th grade, so for my birthday, Christmas, any holidays that I got presents for, it was only Longaberger baskets.
My name is Dale Fry, and I used to be the Director of Safety and Security. Yeah, but this is the first time I've been in the building since I left, and that was in 2000. It was pretty typical. I worked out of this building here, came to work, did whatever I had to do that day, reference any safety or security issues, and took my belongings and went home. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah, probably the baskets. My wife actually sold baskets. She got interested in baskets quite a bit, and I said, well, if you want baskets, you need to start selling them so you get them at a good deal. And so at the end of the day, and then of course going down into Frazeysburg to watch 500 weavers on the floor at one time, hand weaving baskets, just phenomenal. And then without a doubt, the first time I stepped into this building, the atrium effect and the awe that you're really in. All this beautiful woodwork here came out of the golf course, Longaberger Golf Course down east in Nashport. When they cleared for the holes, they took that hardwood and milled it all and put it in here as the hardwood.
It is very nostalgic. It's kind of been, an emotional day. you know, because it's been a long time since anybody's been in the building. And so to come in, I have wonderful memories that, you know, fun times where, you know, it's been hard making decisions, but the relationships was always a big thing with us. And so today, you know, being in the building and why it's super good is because we're seeing lots of those people that from the past, and we're talking about some of those wonderful memories, and everyone is excited that, you know, something's going to happen to this amazing building.
Dave had a vision that you would come to this area and you would experience holidays like you had never ever seen before. So if you came here for Christmas, it was filled with, you know, Christmas songs and Christmas decorations, and all the holidays were just supposed to be amazing.
Does it make me sad or nostalgic to be back in the building? No, not at all. In fact, I've been in this building quite a bit in the last several years, many times, and it's a very special building with a lot of great history and legacy to it, and we've worked very hard from an economic development standpoint to get the right owner for this building and to have, so it has a wonderful future.
What do I think should happen to the building? I would like to see it become open to the public again somehow, in some form, and get used and be fixed back up.
I hope it turns into maybe a leadership center for people, or to envision Dave's vision, or a hotel, or a company just to love the basket like we did.
What do I think should happen with the building? I am, from the beginning, we've really pushed hard that it needs to be treated with respect it deserves. There are a lot of ideas in many ways of people, what they want to do with it, but it was Class A office space. It needs to be treated as such. So specifically, I don't know, but I think at the end of the day, we got it in private owners' hands. We've worked hard, and I think that person will treat it with respect.
When I look at the building, I think that it would be great to be continued on as like a leadership center, or in some ways share the legacy. And Dave Longaberger wanted to stimulate a better quality of life, so I think if the building had something in it that did that for people, that would be fantastic.
What should happen with it? I'm just excited, first of all, that Steve Coons has purchased the building and has, you know, plans to restore it back to its original grace and beauty and everything. It's evident today that people are interested in it. It's been a great thing for the city of Newark, you know, from a tax perspective and everything. So it could be so many things, you know. It could be a museum, it could serve as offices for different companies. It could, someone said a hotel, and it would be a grand hotel if it were turned into something like that.
Yeah, Steve Kuhn, owner of Kuhn Restoration, and the buyer of the basket. Actually, it's myself, and I've got a partner, Bobby George, from up in Cleveland, so we both own the basket. They talked myself and my architect, John Sandbeck, into coming to Newark and walked through the basket, and it was off the hook. It had been empty probably 3 years, and we walked through, and I mean, it had great bones. The workmanship is second to none here. You could have tried to spend more money on the finishes here, and I don't think you could have. They did an absolutely phenomenal job, and had a good roof on it. It was well preserved, so I went ahead and did my due diligence, and within 6 weeks, I owned the basket.
I do have a lot of the baskets. The employees were allowed to buy seconds, and so I have a lot of the seconds baskets.
Oh, I don't know, probably a couple hundred or something, so quite a few.
We don't count how many baskets I have, that's not important, but let's see, I was a consultant for over 30 years, so.
A couple hundred.
And as far as total number, we kind of lost count after 300 or 400, you know, at my house.
what can we do to help the company get back to a building?
Even on a cloudy day, you couldn't be unhappy here because it was always bright.
Do I think the company could be saved? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But I think there's a lot of people who love the company and will want to see it come back and would join right in.
I absolutely believe it can be saved. We've had a bump in the road, but there is a love and a passion and a heart within Dresden and within this building and within the people that love this company that I think we can get back to that again. Will it be as big as it was before? Maybe not, but you never know.
Saw the world's largest basket.
Where was that?
It's in Newark, Ohio.
In Ohio?
Next time you're there.
Uh-huh. And
check it out.
who made it? What is it, why?
I wish I could tell you one thing about it.
Yeah, we were on fire. We were pulling from 7 to 8 counties. I remember when we hit 5,000. I remember when we hit 8,000. I don't know if you knew how extensive we recruited. We recruited out of Houston. We recruited in New York. We recruited in Chicago. So we were in the main newspapers at the time. We were in the main newspapers to recruit for Longaberger.
Wait a minute, you're confusing me.
There are offices in it, and it's shaped like a basket. And they manufacture and sell baskets. It's a basket company. I think they're going under. I think that's why she was so grumpy, but so make the trip while you can, but it's a great building.
Now,
it's an iconic structure. I mean, probably one of the coolest, most iconic structures in the United States, and needs to be celebrated. We are going to make the announcement tomorrow, and it's going to be something that I think is going to be good for the basket and the whole community. We're definitely doing the right thing.
Today is exciting with the thought process of it coming back, but no, it was a very sad day when the doors closed.
Someone said a hotel, and it would be a grand hotel if it were turned into something like that. I understand there's going to be an announcement tomorrow, and I can't wait for that. So today has energized me, and tomorrow I'll be anxious to hear what it'll be.
10 TV has learned the plans for this iconic Central Ohio building tonight.
As long as things work out all right with all the agencies and everything that we've got to do, we're going to make this a luxury hotel. It'll be a boutique hotel.
I think my favorite basket is probably the medium market basket because it's so versatile. I have 4 of them in my home.
An inaugural basket, probably with my title. I kind of like a presidential inaugural basket. And there was a Homestead basket that was signed when they opened up the Homestead. I think there was a 5-hour line to get those signed, so that was obviously a very popular basket.
Oh, just sampling, dear. The Charlene. It's amazing how many cookies fit into the snowflake cookie basket. Well, I bet we could get 24 in here.
I like the picnic basket. You do a lot of things with it. It's large, a lot of room in it, well built, all of them work.
Oh, my favorite basket is the market basket.
Do I have a favorite basket? I wasn't that keen on collecting them.
You know, I've been asked that before, and my favorite basket is a Longaberger basket. I couldn't pick just one. I love all Longaberger baskets. And everything. I don't have any made by Dave. He only made 2, and that was one for each daughter.
Apparently, you know these small airplanes that like break sound barriers? One of those things could fly under the handles.
Under the handle?
Yes.
Has that ever happened?
I don't know if anyone would actually attempt that. I don't know if someone's doing that for recreation.
Why did you even bring it up?
Actually, I looked.
It puts me in the mind of a picnic basket.
Wouldn't you drive 5 hours out of your way to go get a picture in front of that thing?
A gentleman flying a plane to the handles. I don't know if it was ever verified. I can't say that. Those handles are beautiful up there.
Okay.